Live, and I will be talking with my guests about the topic. But before I do that, let me play my interlude, and I will be back after that. Hold on, y'all. Mhm. There we go.
That's right. We're on live. We're gonna get this thing done one way or another. What's up to y'all?
Welcome to Third Eye Visions, where we motivate the blind, stimulate your mind, and welcome all kind. This is a very interesting topic today because, as I mentioned some time ago, that there's more to life or more to us than being blind. And as I say this, I want to let y'all know that we talk about other issues as well. And with that being said, we're going to be talking about the trial. My special guest, whom I have become to enjoy so much. Let me see if I can build her up. She's been on my channel for some time. She has opinions about certain things that's dear to her. So y'all stick around, stick around, stick around. We're gonna be talking about the trial. I'm quite sure millions of you all have been watching, have been participating, talking to your friends about it, whether you think Derek Chauvin will be found guilty or innocent. Um, Make sure for the newcomers, subscribe, hit that notification bell, hit that like, comment, and most of all, share, because there's no need to keep this information to yourself. There's no need to just not share it, because we have to get this information out. So with that being said, y'all stick around, don't go nowhere. The reason why I want to bring this up, because it's important to me, it's important to my guests, and it's important to a lot of other people who care what's going on in society. And I hope you enjoy the music in the background. Let me know if it's too loud, and you all can also chime in on whether you feel that Chauvin will be found guilty or innocent, and why, and what have you. Now, if you're up for a little debate, I'm gonna allow my guests to debate with you, because I don't really do all that debating unless I feel like it. But she likes to debate, and I give her the permission to do it on this channel. So with that being said, I'm gonna bring her on and let her talk a little bit about, so y'all can come on here, what she has been doing and what she's planning to do and why she feels this is dear to her heart. So with that being said, Aletha Donaldson, come to the forefront and let everybody know, for those newcomers, who you are and what's happening. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Anthony? First of all, thank you. Thank you so much for bringing me on. It's always a pleasure being able to do something and be in your presence, actually. It's amazing. And I miss it. I miss it a lot.
Miss you too, girl. I miss you too.
Yeah, so my name is Aletha. Um, I am the founder of Infinite Visions. It is a makeup brand for visually impaired women. And I will be placing Braille on all my packaging and all the information. Also, I'm the co-founder of a ministry called Ladies of the Potter's Wheel. Also, I am starting a confidence building conference that's going to be very soon. Underneath that is the New Potential Movement LLC. So just be looking at. I'm doing a lot of things and getting my hands into some things and just being blessed, man. God is blessing me. So yeah, that's what's going on with me lately.
Okay, and you can find her on Clubhouse. That's the new app that a lot of people are going towards as well. But she has a YouTube channel as well, and give the people the name of it.
Yes, my YouTube channel is Aletha's Humble Life. Well, I'll be doing videos on there too as well. Basically makeup tutorials, informational videos for the visually impaired, and also ministry videos and things of that sort. Also the confidence building. I'll be doing videos for people on that too. So yeah.
Okay. Why is this topic about whether Chauvin is, and we don't want your answer yet, is important to you, whether he's would be found guilty or innocent, or just the trial in general?
I think it's important to. It's heavy on a lot of people's hearts. I think it's important to a lot of people in our country. I think that what happened to him kind of shook the foundation of America. I mean, even any color. I see a lot of our counterparts that are white are also chiming in and saying that this was ridiculous and it was murder on video. And I think that the video speaks for itself. You know what I mean? I mean, not saying that we haven't had these type of situations where things have been filmed and talked about, and I mean, blow by blow, people have been murdered on video and on camera a lot of times. But I think that this one is different, right? I think that it was a malice. I'm sorry, that's just how I feel. I think it was a malice murder. I think that he did it very intentionally. And I think that just to me, I don't think that the charges reflect what he should be, what he should have been charged with. I think that everything that he did that day was intent of malice and hate. Not to mention that they would not mention the fact that, or if they did, I didn't hear it, that George Floyd and Chauvin knew each other. That they had already had encounters before, and I think that I think a lot of Americans are now kind of black or white, green, purple, I don't care what color you are literally having an effect from the replay of this every day when it was in trial. A lot of people have suffered because of that video. Not only his family traumatically suffer every time that video is played. So I think it affected a lot of people.
I agree wholeheartedly. I want to ask this, and I'm playing devil's advocate. Just say hypothetically that with all the police brutality that has been going on against blacks, and let's say Chauvin is found guilty. Do you think that it's a situation, and maybe not, and I may be reaching for straws, but I feel like, okay, they'll say, okay, we're going to find, because of all this has been happening, we're going to find this individual guilty so that we can give one to the blacks or whatever, one to the color people who are of color, so that they can kind of, close their mouths, so to speak, so that, they won't say, well, okay, this didn't go through. Okay, we're gonna give y'all this, and then continuously having the same situation happening. You follow what I'm saying? Like, we're just gonna give y'all this. Okay, we're gonna, we're gonna vote guilty, so that he, black people can at least get their just dessert this time, but still, that's they're still gonna continue to do the same thing as far as police brutality amongst blacks. You follow me?
Yeah, I think I mean, even if he's found guilty, if the number don't fit the crime, like, and when I mean number, I mean his prison sentence, if it don't fit the crime, which is murder, which was intent, which was filmed, which was the fact that he had a smirk on his face the almost whole 9 minutes and 29 seconds that he was murdering a man. I think that if his sentence does not reflect the punishment, or I mean, not the punishment, but the sentencing, or saying that he is guilty, then what's the point? Because if he only gets 5 years, he's sentenced to 5 years. He does 5 years, he get out, he's free. George Floyd is still dead. So even if they so-called say we giving one to the black community, I mean, the cop that killed John Botham went to jail too. Yeah. I mean, she went to jail, but she just went to jail for 10 years. That was murder. She just shot him, like, plain and simple, and killed him. And then they made him look like he was the criminal, and he was in his own house eating cereal. I mean, at the end of the day, if you do not sentence or give a number for the crime, it's really a slap in the face, just to be honest. If you're coming home in 10 years and you're able to sit on the couch that you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Being able to be free and out and not being sentenced for the crime that you committed, it's really a slap in the face. And it's not of any help to the Black community at all. We still suffer behind that. And then future cops or police officers or people that are in authority will say, shoot, I can just get 5 years. I can still kill somebody, don't matter. 5-10 years ain't nothing. I could do that, especially if they're young. Even if you only get 10 years. I mean, the life expectancy is 60 years. So if somebody gets sentenced to 10 years at 40, they can get out and still be free. So that's just what I feel.
Well, I like that. What do you hope that he gets? Don't get me, because we're gonna save to the end. We're gonna want them to come and save. What do you hope, or what do you project that may happen in terms of satisfactory towards you?
I mean, well, the number doesn't. What they charged him with. I don't indefinitely know what the number they have for that charge. I think it's like a 3rd-degree murder charge or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think it is.
And I guess they so-called feel like they couldn't give him a 2nd-degree murder charge, which I really believe is some bullshit. I mean, shoot, he killed the man on camera with a smirk on his face like he didn't give a darn. So he'd get 50 years. Like, the man could have lived till he was 50. You understand what I'm saying? So day for day, every day that man could have been living, if he was in good health, which he was, he looked like he was in good health. I don't care what they say. They ain't have no proof about I don't know what they said the man was on, whatever the case. They should give him 50 years. He should serve 50 years in prison for a life. That's just what I feel. And okay, so if they say 50 years is too much, give him 25. You feel me? Because 25 to life, that's a life sentence. So give him
it is.
That's a life.
So you don't feel that his life should not be spared because he had taken a life? I know it'd be very hard to give him that, give him the juice or electric or whatever Minnesota is a form of death punishment is. But do you think that his life should be taken or spared because of what he had done?
I'm not really favorable of the death penalty. I'm not, unless, and I'm not saying that George Floyd's life is not worth the death penalty.
No, just your opinion.
But I mean, if it's a child, somebody killed the child, then yeah, I think you go on to lay down on the gurney and let them, stick the needle in you. But, it's not to that, and I'm not really favorable to the death sentence. So I think that he should live in a prison around people that he has formally arrested for no cause or just being nasty to.
I like that.
I think that he should have to do the same time. Don't put him in protective custody. Don't put him in a facility where he is protected. Let him do the real hard time that he should do. Period. He's no better than anybody else on the street. He committed a crime. He killed someone. He took a life. I think that he should have to do the proper time and in the facility of his peers, which meaning he's a criminal and there's criminals. So he need to be doing it in around criminals and not protected.
Okay. I feel you on that. Have you been following the trial since day one?
I ain't gonna lie, no. I think it's too much. It was too much. I couldn't do it. It's just too much.
What parts have you been able to catch up on?
I caught a lot of the prosecution, of course. I caught some of the defense. To be honest with you, I think I don't know what they got the defense attorney. I don't know what he got their dude from. Even I could do better than him. And I ain't been to now day in law school, but he just was ridiculous.
But as we build up to our answers and what have you, that all and that's true about the defense attorney in terms of putting the people that they put on and things that they said. Do all they have to do is just put doubts in the minds of one, and that Chris. So with that being said, they really don't have to put on too much of anything. They can just throw a whole bunch of stuff against the wall just to see if it's going to work, such as carbon monoxide.
Absolutely,
and that's kind of bad though. But I just wish that they were able to. They would have able to have to prove. Or just put on a case, but then they don't have to really do too much in terms of all they have to do is create a sense of doubt. And do you think by that case, by that situation, that they have put doubts in the minds of. Go ahead.
No, not at all. I think that they threw a couple of things, but it slid down the wall, bro. I don't think nothing was. I don't know. I can't say that because I don't know. I'm not a juror. I don't know how the jurors think. I don't know, who they got up there that is making those decisions. But I will say that a lot of the stuff that he was bringing, it was ridiculous, and
Right.
I'm so happy that it was, because at the end of the day, I don't, I don't know. I know Minnesota got a better defense attorney than they had. I don't know. I think they picked somebody out of the crowd. Was like, "Come on, you gonna be on national TV?" And he was like, oh, "Okay, this is great." So.
Because some of the stuff that they like the carbon monoxide and just all kind of stuff like that, as opposed to actually focusing on the knee on the neck of George Floyd, and that's a scary thing. I mean, the prosecution they did, and I've been following it as much as I could from day one, and I catch the results maybe on Don Lemon or Chris Cuomo, but and prosecution has been put or did put on a pretty good case, and they brought some pretty good witnesses and what have you. So that part is taken care of. But just to know that all they have to do is the defense have to do is just present something that will make the juror think like, you know what, that could be true. That all they have to do is just do one individual has to do it, and that's a hung jury, and that's a scary thing. So I'm hoping that they're able to convince them. Go ahead.
Well, I hate to even say it like this, but if they know, like I know, on what's going on in their city now, they'll do the right thing. That's all I can tell you.
Exactly.
They'll do the right thing, because if they don't, it's going to be a whole lot of turmoil going on in Minnesota.
And that's what I want, and I'm glad you brought that up. And that's what I wanted to, and that's why I mentioned the fact that they might say, well, we just gonna give whether and I'm not putting any doubt or casting any doubt amongst the jurors, but that's why I was saying, like, you think they may say, okay, we're gonna give them this one. We're gonna have to, hey Derek, you got to take one for the team, as opposed to just being real about it, because I just lost my train of thought. But I'm just hoping that that's not the case in terms of they just, okay, we're just going to give y'all this one, and then they're going to continuously be police brutality amongst individuals, and nothing is going to change. They're just giving us this to pacify us, and I'm hoping that that's not the case.
No, so. I get where you're coming from, and I really hope that that's not the case either. I hope that he is found guilty based on facts of the way the prosecution presented their case. I really do. But like I said in the past, that has not been super favorable in our favor. So we could just hope that every last person on that juror seen exactly what happened for their own eyes. Carbon monoxide, it does kill. It does. But that is not what killed George Floyd. The weight of that officer and what he was doing with his hands in his pocket to apply more pressure is what killed George Floyd.
And the biggest thing is that when the prosecution brought the police chief and stated specifically, regardless of whether the defense had brought on other police officers and talk about the training, they specifically said that this is not the way that we train. And once they say that, then I mean, it should be a done deal in terms of, okay, your mind should be focusing on something else. If the police chief or who are the trainer or the people who, the police who does the training or whatever, say that we don't train like that, then I mean, there's nothing else really to be said as far as what's going on.
Yeah. He a man in his own boat.
Exactly. Yeah.
They let him swim by himself. Real talk, to be honest with you, and rightfully so, because he went out on his own. He was being big man. He was playing. He had the Superman syndrome when he came to the scene. Period. And when you get that type of mind frame, you have you're headed to a path of murder. You're headed to a path of trying to kill someone because you are wanting to be the hero in the situation or on the scene. And that's what Derek Chauvin did that day when he came in. He tried to be the so-called big man and hero on the scene, and it cost George Floyd his life.
Definitely, definitely. So, I mean, I'm hoping that everything works out for the good. I don't know if there's going to be any reform after that because quiet as it kept, there are other cases that are occurring, and there's still abuse going on. Over, my opinion is this: that they definitely need a overhaul. They definitely need a reform. And I've been speaking with other individuals. It's like this to me, to where these individuals who are of another race, white, who come on the police force and say, "Well, hey, I have a chance," and I may be reaching for straws, but that's what it seems like. I have a chance to beat up some Negroes. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get on the force and get the badge. I can't do nothing about it. But you take the badge off, it's just a totally different thing. So this basically now is allowing people to come on the force, and I don't know what kind of training they do, but allowing them to actually take advantage of a situation. You know how you have the authority over somebody, and you kind of like you mess over them and such. That's what it seems like to me. Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, I think that what happens is they they hire supremacists. That's what they do. They hire them. It's cloaked at first, meaning that they hide who they are, but they hire supremacists, and these supremacists are now put in charge over neighborhoods in with people that are not their color and the people that they hate. And so, with that, they feel in the supremacist mindset, they're in heaven because they can mistreat the people that they hate with an authority they have been given, and that is protecting them. And that's the whole problem about the whole situation with police reform, period. This system that they have built now protects them to do the things, or was protecting them to do the things that they have been doing. And like we've said before on your show before, we know where the police or the law enforcement came from and how that system was built in the first place. So really, in all actuality, it's actually doing exactly what it was meant to do. And these people are still falling in line, doing the job that they were meant to do as in a supremacy role. And so that's what we have to realize and see and focus on and speak up about, because that's really what's going on.
It's real talk. It's real talk. So as we come to a conclusion, um, and we've talked about what we felt and how we feel, every the system is going, looking at it from a different perspective. I'll ask you, what do you think the outcome will be, and I'll give mine.
That's a hard thing to say, right? I'm really praying that they give him the guilty verdict
Mm.
and that they give him at least 20 to 25 years. That's what I'm hoping. I'm praying that that's what happens. Um, if it's reversed, it's going to be a problem.
So what do you think? You think he's gonna be found? Derek is gonna be found good.
Yeah, yeah.
You think so?
I think he'll be found guilty. I don't think he's going to get the 20 to the 25 years. I think he'll get at most he'll get 10 years.
Me, I'm gonna go on record as saying, and I could be wrong, of course, because I don't know the situation, but I think he's not gonna be found guilty. I really don't think so because of what past events have occurred. Um, and it's I'm just so scared to think of all you have to do is just cast doubt in the minds of one person, not two, not three, not 11, but one person. And that could be easily done because that can just a person with a natural mind and understanding can say, you know what, yeah, his knee was on the back for 9 minutes, but he had heart conditions, he had drugs and all the others, and all it takes is just for them just to think like that, like, okay,
Yeah,
that could be the situation. Yeah, you might be right. It's just anything that they threw against the wall that the defense that they feel could make stick was, and it could be a smart situation in their defense. I think the only defense. that could be something that could awaken in one of the jurors, and I'm feeling that he's gonna, and I hope it does come out the opposite, but I don't think that he's gonna be found guilty, and I'll come back on
I,
and,
I,
and eat
I
trouble.
I think that they're going to have probably a situation, but I think they're gonna come back with a guilty verdict, and I really do believe that because um it's so plain on the video.
True. And as I mentioned, it may, and I'm hoping to. I want them to serve as much time. I really wish he can get some juice. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I'm hoping that the jurors are understanding and smart enough to know and to take everything into consideration, look at, ask any question or whatever, and make a very uh, 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 thorough decision or right decision, because they were already instructed by the judge about a mistrial or something of the sort. So we don't want that to happen. We definitely want a conviction one way or another.
Absolutely,
So.
absolutely.
So, with that being said, I am so glad that you had come on to share your thoughts, man. You're very,
Ooh.
yeah, you definitely have, some opinions about things. That's why I want to deal with you. So, with that being said, what's as we wind up, because I know you're a very busy person, and I'm about to go to work. But what's next for Alita?
Me and you, buddy, what we
Okay.
doing?
Oh, whatever you want to do. I know you got something to do tomorrow. All you gotta do is call me, let me know, and we can get this thing popping. And again, if there's anything that I can do for you to keep your movement going, you let me know.
Thank you so much. Same here.
No problem. And tell everybody over there in Florida I said what's up, and that's about it. If you have any questions, just hit me up. And thanks y'all for supporting. Please support these channels, these black channels, man. There's not that many of us. We have to band together. Ain't no one person better than the next. All this other
Absolutely.
stuff we have to support and make a movement. If we create one, make this thing happen for real. And I'm open to anything. So with that being said, I'm glad that y'all stayed to the end. Um, and if y'all have any suggestions, y'all hit me up, and I'll be glad to assist you in that capacity. So with that being said, Alita, you be cool and tell everybody on that side I said what's up.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day. Thank you,
All
Anthony.
right, no problem. Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay. I hope y'all enjoyed this. If y'all have any questions, y'all are welcome to hit us up. And I am out.